Hey YouTube, it's me Crystal, aka Christopher Sala, here with another tutorial. Now this can either be a skull or it can be a zombie. It really doesn't make a difference. I just wanted something that's bright and easy to do without using some latex. So what I already did was I painted my face, and this is a neon yellow. Y'all always ask me what face paints I use, and I use Ruby's Cream Makeup. Now if you do want to have latex, so that it doesn't come off so easily, you can go ahead and grab the latex that you want and then the paint that you want and mix it up and then put it on your face. Make sure you protect your eyebrows. I just mixed neon yellow with a white paint, and I did it once, let it completely dry on my face, and then did it another layer, and that's how it came out. So what I'm doing now is I grabbed a eyeliner stick. It's a really thick eyeliner stick. You can get it at any beauty supply store like King's, Ebony's, Black Fox, Sally's. They're usually like $2.99 or $1.99, and it's like a really creamy, just like eyeliner. So you're gonna draw out your little eyes however you want them. They could be pointy, they could be whatever. And it looks like I completely just covered it in with the black, but I didn't. I spreaded it out like here and there, made lines, and then with this brush, I'm just using a small flat brush, mixing it all in. So wherever there was spaces and little pots of just yellow, that I'm just blending it in. Now with that same little flat brush, what I'm doing is now I guess I'm making like the frown lines or like the eyebrows type thing, and you're just gonna make a little C over your eyebrows. And then if you want, go ahead and make some shading. So I'm just flickering the brush upwards, and you can do it like that side, and then the other side I'm going to do it a lot more darker, and then I'm going to repeat on the other side. So you're just going to flicker up, and what this is doing is you never have to really add any more like you would do on a face paint or something, because face paint dries. With this, since it's eyeliner, and it's like a creamy eyeliner, you can continue just grabbing from wherever you place on your eye socket and just use that to blend or make the shadows and stuff like that. A little bit goes a long way when it comes to that. So like I said, you're just going to curve like a C upward, and then you're going to draw a little bit of shadow. Now in between my two eyes, I made a little bit of lines and then blended them away from the fingers. Now what I got now is a fluffy brush. With this fluffy brush, you don't add anything on it. At the edges, what you're going to do is you're just going to blend it back and forth. So go in a little circular motion or just a back and forth motion, and it's going to give it a blurred like type look, like a messy type look. So you can do it two ways. You can have it neatly, and you can have all the lines crisp and pretty, like sync type thing, or you could do it like me and get a fluffy brush, or your fingers. You can actually use your fingers because, like I said, it's real like creamy and it moves really well, and just blur out all the edges. So you want to make them as close as possible to like the shape of it, and then just blur them out. And when you blur it out, just make it kind of sloppy-ish. Now, right here, I'm adding some black to the temple, and then after you add some black, because I'm using, again, the eyeliner, you're going to grab your fluffy brush and you're just going to blend that out so it's not a hard edge and it's going to be a softer edge. Now if you blur out too much and you overdo it and it no longer looks dark, then you go ahead and just grab that same eyeliner and add a little more. So it's not really a technique. You don't have to know how to do this or know how to blur something out. You're really just, don't put the brush in the middle where it's the darkest. You're going to put the brush just on the edge. So just on the edges, you're going to be blurring them out. That's it. If you went in the middle and you took off all the darkness, like too much of the darkness, then go ahead and add some. The only reason why you would kind of see me adding some is because I didn't like how it wasn't dark enough. I mean, it goes a long way, but if you blend it out too much, then it's still gonna look lightish. So right now I'm just doing a little bit of detailed work and using the fluffy brush, and I'm going down my nose just to give it a little depth. And right now I am doing just a little fine lines. I really didn't know what I was doing just quite yet. So I just made the little C and the little C, and now I'm gonna add a little like veins to my forehead, or cracks, or whatever you want to call them. This right here is an eyeliner pen. I got it at the dollar store. It's just a small little one. That's pretty much it. There's like a little pencil and it's eyeliner. And so I just drew that right there, and then I drew one on my eyebrow, and that's kind of it for that. I didn't really go into like, let me add some blood or nothing like that. This is just supposed to be a simple, since I made one for the girls. This one can be unisex, but since I made one mainly for the girls, this one is supposed to be mainly kind of for the guys, but girls can do it, obviously. I just wanted to do something again neon and fun, especially since we go to the clubs and we all hit the clubs and they all have black lights, and when they have black lights, your whole face would glow. So that's why I used the neon. I also did one on my cousin. She's using the neon pink. You know, it's just a little something fun and quick we did. So now we're going to go underneath my cheekbone and go upwards. You want to make the line kind of thickish. I didn't at first because I didn't know exactly what I was going to do just yet. And you want to grab the fluffy brush and just like rub back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And then so it's going to blend it out and blur it out. And then I made a couple lines just running downwards, just to give like my face a little bit more sunken in type look. You don't have to add this part. You can, you know, make the lines however you want. You can use your fingers if you don't want to take forever to like do it with the brush. But yeah. So I did this. This part is optional. The whole cheek part is optional. It really doesn't matter, but it's totally up to you how to do it. Just like I said, I'm just showing you a little ways that you can do things, and it's up to you if you're going to do it that way, or just be creative and add it another way, or do it another way. So yeah, you just want to do that. And the mouth, you don't have to draw teeth. You know, because there's some people who don't like to draw teeth. They feel that they don't know how, or they don't like the way it comes out. You can draw, just pretty much get the back to the little eyeliner pen type thing, and you can just draw lines upwards. So like the smiley face, and then draw lines upwards and downwards and add no teeth. And that looks cool too, because I actually did it before, but I didn't record it or nothing. So what I'm doing here is I added a little bit more dark because I felt that it was just too light. And I didn't know what kind of nose to draw. You can draw a couple different noses. You can draw the one that's going downwards. You can draw the one with like a big just blob. I mean, so right now I was just kind of whatever. So I got the eyeliner pen and made a couple of more details, and then I outlined how I kind of want the nose. I didn't want to draw it all in with the eyeliner pen because the eyeliner pen is so much darker than what the pencil, the liquid pencil is. The colors are different. So what I did was I outlined it with the eyeliner pen, which is a lot darker, and then I colored it in with the pencil, and then with the flat brush I'm filling it out. So I just made a couple dots and then filled it out with the little paintbrush. Remember, like I said, a little goes a long way. So after that, what I did was I grabbed some white face paint. Again, I used Ruby's cream makeup. Now I got this at Walgreens, so you can get it at Walgreens, Walmart, H-E-B. They're not expensive. They're $1.99 or 99 cents. So what I did was, since it's a small little flat brush, to make the teeth, I first just grabbed the flat brush of it, the flat part down, and I just made these little circle shapes. and then I turned the brush sideways and then just made little lines going up. That's all I did. I didn't draw teeth all like perfect. I didn't draw them like, you know, people get too precise with it, and it's not that big of a deal. You're a zombie. Your teeth can be all messed up and crackled if you want. So really, whatever. Like I said, I grabbed the brush and I laid it flat and just made little circles on me, and then turned the brush to the side and made the little lines upwards. Okay, now with a black Ruby's Cream Makeup, which is the face paint, black face paint. You can use any face paint, but this is the one I'm using. And with the nail brush, I'm just using a skinny little nail brush. I drew a black line across my mouth, so like right where the teeth are and everything. And it didn't record that part, but that part is not really, oh my god, difficult. You're just drawing a line on the inside. And then you're just going to outline your teeth. That's about it. You can use the little pin. You can use the pin. But see, the reason why I didn't use the pin is because you can't add like shading, or it can't like drag on without being extremely dark. It'll be dark if you use the pin. So if you do the teeth, every little line that you make is going to be extremely dark. If you use face paint, then you can do it like where it's dark from the teeth, and then like fade it out and go real softer on the outside of it, like where you're doing the points of the outlining. Then you can like flicker it up and it'll be lighter and lighter. Then, like I said, if you use the pen, it won't be lighter. It'll just be all dark lines. So that's pretty much it. You want to put in your contacts, and then a hoodie or whatever else you want to do. And kind of, if you want to add blood, that's cool. If you want to add contacts, I added some yellow contacts with black outline, and they came out perfect for this look. They're neon yellow. I got them from cameleyes.com. I love their website, so I mean, y'all go buy them. I bought like 50 or 20 pairs of contacts from them, and I know y'all think that they give me all these contacts, but they don't. I buy them all myself, and they're like awesome, and they're free shipping and everything like that, and you get your contacts pretty quickly. So I did a little detail there, but I'm done, and I hope y'all enjoyed this look. I hope it was super simple, and I will see you in the next tutorial. Love you guys. Talk to you later. Bye.